We need to change not only the way we recruit teachers, the way we prepare teachers, but the way we treat teachers. And in that regard, I would agree. And we cannot see STEM as a silo, a series of silos. It is the integration that is so critical. And I made, as Britt made, an important commitment today to more teachers trained in this arena. I made a commitment today in terms of certification, and that is STEM certification, integrated STEM certification. And so as we look at what we're doing in Maryland, that is a baby step, but there are other steps that are critical. As we heard from our colleague today about the workforce and from Norman Augustine, the desperate need, let's look at what happens to our students as they matriculate through our high schools. I have had the privilege of working with a high school options task force. We have many students who should not remain in high school after 3 years. They are prepared to go on to higher education, and we are holding them back. And I am very forceful on this point that we will have a customized high school program of 3, 4, or for some of our students, 5 years. But it must be customized to the needs of those students so that you in higher ed can begin to nurture these students in STEM arenas and other arenas in ways in which it will benefit those students. And so we work around the edges with dual enrollment. Dual enrollment isn't necessarily satisfactory. And so I want a more customized high school program. I want to reach out to partners that are incredible, and we already have one, and we've had it since 1992, and Norman Augustine was our first chairman, and that is the Maryland Business Roundtable for Education, and the executive director is June Streckfus. We could not ask for a better partner, one who has the pulse of what's happening in the private sector community, one who is on the cutting edge of the incredible potential of the use of technology, not only for our students, but for our teachers, and one who will provide that sense of reality to our students by personal interaction with them through over 3,000 people from the private sector community. We need to enlarge that pool of people so that every student has that opportunity for mentoring, for internship, for capstone projects, etc. We have to increase our production of teachers, but these teachers have to be prepared in a way in which they're going to accelerate the achievement of our students. You heard the Secretary of Education today talk about highly qualified teachers. They don't have to come from traditional routes. And working with our partners in higher education, we have 19 alternative routes for teachers to get into teaching. And they're very respected, including Teach for America. We don't have a comprehensive pre-K to 20 longitudinal data system. It is something that we're committed to developing. But we also are committed to a teacher identifier so we can match student performance, teachers, what can we do to support those teachers to reconfigure their skill sets if necessary. And so we are in the process of developing it, and I'm proud to say 2 weeks ago we got another $6.5 million grant to do that. We have been part of a national effort to create an American diploma. And I am not a believer that standards and assessments should come from the top down, but states collaborating with each other so that we don't continue to persist in this discussion, this state has easier standards, this state has easier assessments. No, we need to build it collaboratively. And just last Friday, I was in Chicago with my colleagues, and we are signing up to be a part of that national effort to build national standards and national assessments for our students. We will be doing international benchmarking, Yuri. I guarantee it. I've met with Dr. Schleicher, and we are going to build a large enough assessment so that we have the results for Maryland and can look at ourselves vis-a-vis these other countries. So I guarantee you that we will be doing that. And your work at UTeach is guidance for all of us, not only what you've done to create an acceleration in the production of teachers in the STEM field, but the deep work you've done in schools with teachers and with principals. And I do believe principals serve a critical piece. And you heard today that if a principal is not willing to broker the things that teachers need, that's a discouragement to teachers. And so we have to do that in terms of our commitment to our principals. So there's this $5 billion effort, Race to the Top. And it's very clear from the U.S. Department of Education and Secretary Duncan, no one will get the race to the top without important partners and collaboration. This serves as a catalyst, as Rising Above the Gathering Storm has served as a catalyst for all of us to rethink our efforts, to see how those efforts integrate and can promote us forward in terms of this whole STEM arena. So I say to you, this is a work in progress. We're talking about dynamic human beings, all of us, our children, and all of those who work in the educational community and beyond. And so it is a dynamic opportunity to move forward. And I just thank you so much for all the guidance I've received today. And I look forward to working with all of our partners. Thank you.